Maybe tomorrow, if there's no patch, we'll play dually. A lot of healing. Enjoying enchanted pig. I feel like there's so many misses in pig, but I guess the hits are pretty good. Let's take 4 gold. This could be a salamander. Imagine. The odds on getting salamander there have to be terrible, right? Yeah, I disagree with that pretty strongly. I think it's almost never worth transforming your starting item. The reason Enchanted Start is even a consideration is because you get to pick between 3 things, and you hope that one of them is good. Wasting an hour to turn your unplayable item into another unplayable item is worse than going to a shop.
Waste of gunpowder.
There's no such thing as a good enchant. Different items have enchants that work with that item. But, like, transforming into a random shiny or a random icy isn't exciting. Yeah, again, exactly. There's enchants that are good on certain items. I will say it's a little bit more reasonable on Mac because of the catalysts. When you don't have to use an hour to get your transform, it's a lot better. But, like, taking a bad start in order to take an hour to Mandala your small item, hoping to get an item that works with the enchantment you got, just isn't a winning strategy. I don't... This could be a burn skill.
Full sail, my boy!
And you've learned all you can from me. See Argenta. She's...
Yeah, it's an option, but it's not one that really adds to the power of Enchanted Start at all. It's an option that you rarely want to take. I do want the cinders, but...
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford... You're a smart one for your size. Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
If I take this... I probably want to play 5 items for the artillery spotter. I could buy both. Jellyfish probably does more damage.
Remember, diamonds come in
And that's
small
free.
boxes.
I'm handling a lot on income dually. It's only because there's a lot of small items you can run, and dupes can be huge. When there's literally no better option to spend the hour. Yeah, I just feel like the... Obviously, when the other 2 options are like a shop that doesn't do anything for your board and some useless right event, then yeah, go to Mandala, take a transform, see if it does anything. But I feel like it doesn't end to you going to it a lot. I feel like that situation comes up like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 runs. Well. Oh, Dooley like shops. item. This board's not really looking for any bronze weapons. It's day 2. We only really expect to see bronzes. Stealer. By Dooley like shops. Dooley wants to go to a lot of shops to try to find his build around silvers. Like on day 2, you're avoiding shops because you're getting the core to fill your board. But after that, like day 3, day 4, day 5, you just want to find your build arounds. That sounds worth it. It's just he has a lot of shops he can go to find them. He's more open to every direction from the start of the game. Oh, if you're doing the self-sailing core stuff, it might be a bit different, yeah. That's true.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
Oh. Yeah, the way that I think about Dooley is still mostly in the context of the core stuff. Where, like, sometimes you're starting Railgun and you just desperately need to find any kind of silver. Not even to play it immediately, but just to know what your direction's gonna be. Could be another Cinder. Not quite.
Come with no weapons? Leave with... I'm so glad we could share this
Jellyfish,
experience.
kind of my win condition right now.
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
You get the animated cards when you open chests. Talisman my lighter. Yeah, I mean, I would say you undervalue Railgun if you're not buying it day 1.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Well, we survived the Mantis Shrimp Barrage. Unfortunately...
Like
no,
my
we're good.
crew
We're
says
good.
at the bar.
We're good.
Another round.
Railgun's really good until, like, day 4, day 5. It falls off usually, like, the day before you get your silver upgrade. which is a pretty good time for an item to be falling off. Like, you can afford playing some real cheap boards if you buy a railgun, and then you just bench your mid-game pivot.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it. Enjoy the thrill of battle
Maybe?
while you can.
Guess no rush on selling these. We're just going to you.
I have too much strength for one blade.
Roll next to jellyfish. Oh yeah, I guess we could do that. We could do that. Missing out on a little bit of haste.
I do not deserve another day.
I'm not used to actually caring about how much the jellyfish is hasted. So kind of odd. Railgun was never used for cut on more recently. Well, it wasn't a bronze item, so like you normally wouldn't see it before it was about to fall off. Like railgun was always aligned when you saw it, like day 2, day 3, sometimes day 4. But like it's a large item that starts at silver. You're not usually seeing it in time. Even seeing it on day 4, if you don't have the techs already, like it's not really worth pivoting towards. It was before the nerf, so it was technically really good. I mean, even before Railgun got nerfed, it wasn't an exciting late game. Like, it needed to hit its enchants if you wanted to play it all game. Ooh.
Now this is how you win a war!
Yeah, pulse rifle change was good. Upgrade a bronze tier item. Temple did a lot for consistent railgun enchants. That's true. That's true. It's amulet. It's probably amulet.
Let's get those dents hammered out. Feel the difference? That's some masking craft.
Okay, we get arbitrage. Sell the chocolates. Let's see if we're beating a pig. I hate this board so much.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
You do see these tusks, right?
They change Amulet's name? They wanted this symbol to have an in-universe name rather than just being Vanessa's amulet. Oh, that is a 28-hour fitness and a robe. Jellyfish Gaming? Jellyfish Gaming! Jellyfish Gaming, let's go.
I'll be chasing you.
How the fuck did we beat this? I'd be so upset if I was this pig and lost to this pile of items. Oh my god. Mr. Pygmalion.
energies resonate.
That generates gold. That also generates gold. Do I want to play Illusory over Narwhal? Probably. I guess I could still be doing this. Wait, not that. That. There we go. And then what? Sell the narwhal that I don't need anymore.
Use that for the good of all.
How much money? 20 gold.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something. I'll take it, I guess. Not very big though, is it? I only sell things so I can buy things. Huge things!
Big shrimp. I don't know if I want to play dive weights. No point in buying that because we got rid of the ambergris. I assume we beat you? Do I have a reason to try? We just go here.
Dervishes, strike like a sandstorm!
I think I'd lose if I didn't have the shot glasses. I think shot glasses would win.
The dunes favor you, Inlander.
Not bad. Do hit the CDR item.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful up there.
Happy to make a sale.
Four.
Sad to say goodbye.
Not interested in the vents. Okay. Have to take what you get there? Yeah, that's why it's a downside.
We're
I would
out
take it
to
anyway.
dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Even if
My
I didn't
fight
have to.
isn't
Like, the
with
downside
you,
of getting 2
but
poison on our board that
with
has healing is low enough that I want to be able to enable on poison skills at combat start.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
Well, still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. No idea what this board's building into from here, but we've got options with the shot glass.
How do you hugelings use these things? I guess I made
Sure.
a sale. Buy from
Maybe.
Bartolomew's dad. He actually cares
Maybe.
about
Maybe.
My food is gonna make you unstoppable.
The regen. You could take the heal for the lighter. I don't know if I'm playing this lighter for very long.
Now that's a healthy diet.
Okay. do like the idea of playing dive weights. Yeah, it's voice activated. If I want to... If I want to cut the Illusoray... So I want to put Pearl here. Nah, I don't have it published anywhere. I can just do... I can do this, right? That works. This just has to go somewhere. It's just like not in a form that's really easy to distribute. It's like an OBS plugin that's mixed with a Python script that has a Flask web server running in a browser source in OBS that gets read.
Yes, most of our citizens are roaches. Is there a problem with that?
It's dirty. Yeah, everything with OBS has to be a little bit dirty, yeah.
Outrageous! I'm an elected official!
It's a lot of puffer activations. Not just be a browser source. So OBS runs the voice recognition software, which gets saved to a text file. It's just a different layer. There's the voice recognition that gets saved to a text file, which I read in a Python script. And then that Python script runs the item detection, or whatever you want to call it, to determine that I'm saying an item name. And then it sends that to a Flask server that the OBS browser source pulls and checks to see if there is a new image.
Discounts for peace. Your aura guided me to what you needed.
Well, I like Clamora.
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this. I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
I do sort of wonder if Depth Charge is better than Puffer. "12-second cooldown's just so brutal. I've already got Mantis Shrimp for the long fight. It is a lot of freezes.
Use that for the good of all.
You have great potential. Let me train you.
8, 10... Wait, 8, 10, 12... 16, 20... Still just too slow.
I do not teach guidance. I teach mastery.
Maybe I still wanted the lighter.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share
I probably
of
should have kept the lighter.
storms. Defeat does not defeat me.
3 pig games, all 3. You got the bad half of this kit and die day 7. Yikes.
The smaller the portions, the finer the... I think that suits you beautifully. Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
Guess we don't really need Yeti Crab anymore, since we've got Toxic Flame scaling. You wanted to go for the reload skill instead of explosion toxins?
Let's take the tyrant's whole
Okay,
kingdom.
so I think I'm just
I
upgrading the
respect
puffer.
loyalty, but Kev's not here.
It's a lot of extra poison. It's either the puffer or the mantis.
Tightened, tempered, oiled, and cheap.
A lot of the burn on this is just coming from Toxic Flame anyway. Oh, what?
Kev does good work. We keep each other sharp. Temper, sharpen.
Depth charge? I sold depth charge 2 days ago.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
Very slow start for our Tortuga friend. Games are going okay. Evaluation of each character. Vanessa and Dooley are both very good. Mac and Pig, I think, are like a level below, but still somewhat playable. Pig probably a bit worse than Mac. Vanessa still has a bunch of the best items in the game, a lot of possible build paths that work. Dooley similarly has some pretty high ceiling boards. Very strong early and mid game. That was a really good random event. Huh.
I'm a master alchemist's masterpiece. I've been smashed.
dually used to pick core? It was start of the run. I think it was a choice between 3 cores at the start of the run. Nah, the new system is just better.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish? Full sail, my boy!
How to get Pig to work? A lot of the answer is just play Silk. You're probably supposed to play Silk in like 70% of your games and play like 28-hour drum in the other 30%. Pig is probably the most straightforward hero right now. He does not have very many build paths that make sense.
Poison is not a weapon. It's self-expression. It's my courted culture. To grasp the elegance of poison.
Sounds a bit sad though. Yeah, I mean it's Pig.
I would never debase my wares by
Pig is often sad.
Tell everyone you got it here. Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Stuff's good on Pig, but hard to find. Yeah, my problem with the free stuff is it feels like when you go late as Freeze Pig, it is not as guaranteed that you're winning as it used to be. And Freeze tends to pick up some losses in the pivot. Like, it really wants to be Exodia when the Freeze comp gets together, but it just hasn't felt that way.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I seek
Need
the
a
ultimate
second
secret.
fire item for Toxic
Will
Flame
you get
scaling?
me any closer?
What?
If you think you've hurt my feelings, I assure you I have none.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine is highly concentrated. You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
Maybe that's a thing at some point.
Enter purchase lead. Enter purchase lead.
Seems worse than Pesky Pete. It's just bigger, not aquatic. Go for this.
Ride that tide!
How's it going? Yeah, this probably wishes that it was the later that we started with. Speed up the Pete. Rounds would be nice. Rounds would be nice. Shipwreck would be nice. Maybe?
You are amusing. I shall fight. Tiny Andy says I need to close the deal. Nah.
Oh, there's Mac. So what, I've got a starting freeze, and then this freeze isn't until the middle of combat. Dive with. Oh, whoops. I think we just run this. Seems fine. It's really slow, but
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
double carpet. Okay.
Just behind the veil.
They are also very slow. And we'll have our enchant before the next player fights. There's a ton of regen.
Pathetic, as spineless as a jellyfish. Now this is how you win a war!
Well. We are no longer slow. This just wants to be an interaction item now, too. Go for crit. Good seaweed over the mantis shrimp. Have a little bit more defense than just the pearl. Just trust the puffer.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, you should know I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. Next
Nope,
time, boys.
still not losing the eels.
Less blunder, more
Still
plunder.
not losing the eels.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I... Do you have to leave already?
Don't think I'm playing that again, but maybe.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Try to get more hastes. Try to get barnacle crusted, inexorable. Have to be like a diamond oceanic rush. How good is seaweed? At this stage of the game, it's pretty mediocre.
No. Get out
I don't really have anything better to play. I don't think I need another damage item on my board. Crab is just a bad freeze item now. It gives me a little bit of initial scaling too. I get a pretty quick freeze, a pretty quick burn. It's like 2 extra toxic flame triggers.
that plank? Walk it.
Oh. Well, our board just doubled again. Do I upgrade the... Do I upgrade Clam here? It's my best interaction item. I don't think I need the holsters when I'm getting haste from the puffer now. Huh.
I don't
Try
boast
to
for
keep
myself.
the opponent's
I
items
boast for
load
myself.
more
The
consistently.
fire softens before it strengthens. Remember that.
Great shots. Replace weights with shrimp. So, every time Puffer activates, I get 2 hastes. It's not quite enough for me to want to cut the dive weights. The dive weight still represents a lot of jellyfish triggers. While also obviously being 5 hastes.
Cast aside your deathstruments! I
Might
can
end up going in.
feel our energies resonating. You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
I also just don't think I value shrimp that high here. It takes so long to activate. In the
I may be
PvE fight,
young
I'll
for a
see what
captain,
cutting
but I've seen
weights
my share
for
of
crest
storms.
looks like.
I will fight you, but only so that I can
That's a
study
bonk.
you.
Well... Uh-oh. Thankfully, their board really sucks.
I
Nice.
have no pride for you to wound.
We don't care about no bong. Cares a little bit. It only activated 7 times.
Let's take a tyrant's whole kingdom!
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful. I feel like that decision comes from a negative place.
I don't know if I can afford shipwreck if it shows up. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
I assume you're here to give tribute.
I think worse.
I will remember you and return.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was worse. Not quite the Arcan Perfect. Weed and Pearl out, Shrimp and Peat in. I'm pretty sure I'd rather have the sustain than some more damage. Pearl's also represents more buffer triggers. Is it poison dive weights? Poison Clamora? Probably poison dive weights. Poison seaweed. I mean, poison seaweed scales, but I've already got toxic flame for scaling. I want something that activates a lot, not something that scales. It's either this or the pearl, I think.
Full sail, my boys!
Do that, sure. Well, all of my interaction items are already basically as big as they get, so look for, like, haste freeze. Don't think I need to upgrade holsters.
Set himself apart. We Sphinxians must work together.
Slows. I mean, we're finishing every fight before 9. Pearl also gives me hastes for Puffer, because it's next to Jelly. It activates like 3 or 4 times because of the dive weights. Like, you could shrimp over seaweed, but the seaweed is 2 seconds faster. And the first heal's not that small. We've got a Puffer that's going pretty fast from the start of combat.
Every coin goes back to our community. We Sphinxians thank you.
Dooley dooley.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know what I'm worried about him doing, but I don't want him to do it. They didn't do it. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I am the last daughter of House Corzina. My father lives through me.
Yeah, it's like the seaweed's not good. It's just I don't need another win condition on the board. Like, ideally, this turns into another slow item somehow. Puffer, just get Toxic Flame and Fiery. Toxic Flame is one of the best skills for Puffer. One of the ways to turn Puffer into a win con. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be back in like 2 minutes. When we get back, we will play some more Enchanted starts. Hope you guys stick around.